What's up, everybody? Coach Ryan here, and I want to teach you guys unique lessons from Kobe Bryant. So, guys, obviously tragedy has struck and Kobe has passed away. The whole world is aware of that. But when tragic happens, it inspires a lot of people, and I always dive into people. So for Kobe, I went and I dove into and basically listened to every single interview he's probably ever done, because if you think about Kobe, he was very focused on his career in his sport of basketball, and for 20 years that's all he focused on. And it's not until the last about 2.5 years that he actually started to do a lot of interviews and put his information out there, the things that made him so great, you know what I mean? So I dove into these interviews and I learned some very unique lessons that I just want to share with you guys. Unique things that Kobe Bryant was doing to excel in everything he did. Not only was he an amazing basketball player, but he was an amazing writer as well, and he was great at everything he ever pursued because of the way he carried himself and the way that he did things. And I took away some very unique things that obviously I'm going to add to my life, but I'd like to share with others, and maybe you'll take something away from it. So number one, as far as my Kobe Bryant lessons, number one, always be curious and pay attention to detail. So he said curiosity was the key to his craftsmanship. So everyone knows Kobe was a craftsman as far as basketball, and he just focused on every detail, perfecting every single thing. And it's because he never lost that childlike curiosity for the sport. The same passion he had from it when he was 2 years old, he carried to the end of his career, and learning every detail, every move that he can do, and constantly learning and expanding himself every single day. And that took curiosity inside of him to keep on going and pursuing it every single day. And a lot of people lose that curiosity when they get a little bit of money in their hands and when they get to the league, but he never lost it. And he always focused on the detail to every part of the game, from his individual movement to the rules of the game, anything that he can do to perfect the game and make it easier on his teammates or himself. That is what he mastered. And that was just curiosity, and always just trying to seek more, you know. So make sure you guys are being curious in whatever work you do, because you're going to you should always have that drive to continuously learn and expand yourself. And that's going to make you elite at whatever you're trying to pursue. And then pay attention to the details of everything. Kobe used to pay so much detail to the game that he said he was never the fastest. He couldn't jump the highest. There was things about his game that were weak, but he maybe understood angles of the game on the floor so that he could actually outdo the faster people. He would know that the holes on the court where the referees couldn't see him, so he could get away with more. So he was always a student of every single little detail of his craft to where he could perfect it and be great at. And I think that is amazing. So he wants you guys to have curiosity and pay attention to detail. Number two, guys, is have an alter ego. Alter ego. Everyone knows Black Mamba, right? Black Mamba. But if you know Kobe on the court and Kobe off the court, completely different people. But that's where they always kind of mixed him up, is they always thought he was the same guy. But remember, he never did too many interviews for his whole career because he was always locked in winning championships, right? So his alter ego was the Black Mamba, and that was the character that he created, right? So Kobe was a master at performance, right? Understanding how to get himself into character to perform at an elite level. So he created the alter ego, the Black Mamba, a straight killer. Someone is going to get after it every single day and straight just try to kill you in every chance they can. And that's because he became a student of performing arts, movies, and he was a student of like the Joker and seeing how to get in character, how Heath Ledger got into character, stayed there, and he would study actors and person, how they stayed in character. And he would try to stay in the Black Mamba mode as much as he possibly can during the games and never get out of it. And he always stayed in that killer mode. So you have to find in your life your alter ego to get the best performance out of yourself. And I think we should all try to find that person and have that alter ego to go to when we need to just get after it and get the work done and work hard, you know? And so create that person you want to be. And if you're constantly in that character and acting like that person, that's who you're going to become. Absolutely. And that was one of his keys to becoming this person. And so he could perform at a high level every single day. So that's how the Black Mamba actually evolved into something, right? And then number 3 is he surrounded himself, which he called like his obsessive circle. So he only surrounded himself with which he called obsessives. So he didn't care about, he had zero tolerance for mediocre anything. He's not going to spend 1 second in your presence if you are a mediocre individual, you know. So every person that he hired to be on his staff to take care of his body, or that he hired at post-career to work in his studios to develop books and write books, and things like that, he hired obsessive people that are just as obsessed in their craft and want to be the best at what they do. That's what he called obsessives, and that's what you should surround yourself. You should never allow or tolerate mediocre people being in your life, just sucking your energy. It should be people that are on the same playing field with you, that want the same as you and want to dominate and crush it, right? And then number 4 is he only listened to the GOAT. So the people he surrounded himself with were obsessive individuals. But if he took advice from anyone, it was people far beyond him in that arena. So in basketball, he would talk to people like Jordan, people like Bill Russell, people like Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, these people that he considered GOATs, people that he could actually learn from, that he wanted to emulate, that he wanted to be like. And that's how he basically formed his skill set, was based around these people, their opinions, and what they taught him and showed him. He never would ask people in the league with him what they thought about anything. There's nothing that they could teach him. He would never ask rookies on the team what they thought about something. There's nothing that they could teach him. He would only listen to people that were far superior than him. When he opened Granity Studios, which is his studio where he writes books and creates animation films and things of that nature. When he opened that up, all he would talk to Oprah, Bob Ivar. He would talk to Tim Cook of Apple. All of these individuals that are far beyond him. He never talked about with regular people that were on the same playing field. He went straight to the freaking elite to learn from them. And that's having GOATs as your mentors. So if you have GOATs in your career, people in your career that you think are the greatest, reach out to them and soak up their information, right? And then lastly, number 5, being someone who's coachable. Obviously, he only listened to his elite coaches, right? But he became someone that was coachable, someone that can handle criticism, you know? And you have to become a person, he would say, your coaches aren't criticizing the person, they're criticizing your act, right? So most people, when they get criticized, they take it personal and they take it as a negative and it destroys them inside. And you can't allow that from yourself, right? So you have to understand, when someone gives you criticism, they're not attacking you as a personal attack on you. They are criticizing whatever act you were doing. So learn how to differentiate these things, right? Because guess what? If you're trying to be a master at something, you're not going to be great from the start. So you're going to constantly get criticized in any little thing you're doing, and you have to be able to take it and understand people aren't attacking you as a person and who you are. They are attacking your acts and the things you are doing. And if you could differentiate that, you are going to dominate. Because most people, when they get criticized, they crumble. They crumble because they can't take anything, right? And you have to be someone who has thick skin that can handle it, right? So guys, I want you all to live life like the mamba and honor him by working hard, by being elite and chasing greatness. And there's so much that we can learn from Kobe Bryant, and I hope I shared some unique ideas that I learned from him, and then you guys could utilize those into your lives. So I want you guys to be curious individuals who pay attention to detail. I want you guys to create an alter ego and have that character that you go into so that you could crush it and be a killer like Kobe, right? I want you to have that obsessive circle, to never, ever have a zero tolerance for mediocre people in your life and surround yourself with greats and elites, right? And if you're going to take advice from people, take it from people that are above you, superior from you, and only listen to the GOATs in your career. And then be someone who is coachable, someone that doesn't crumble when criticized and is able to take criticism and turn it into a positive and become stronger and better at it. So guys, I hope you guys learned a lot today from Kobe Bryant. I want you guys to be great and dominate, and I want you guys to keep living that Fit in 42 life. And guess what? I want you guys to embrace the mamba mentality and live that life Kobe would be proud of. Be great and dominate.